For the marketing approach, marketing is not a single function in a business or service organization. It is a business philosophy, a business way of life. It starts in the marketplace with customers. Traditionally, many companies are process-led and product-oriented, and they have a predetermined product or service. The marketing way reverses the process and starts with the customer. It is market-led. This is what the customer wants, and now make it. It then designs, produces, and delivers the satisfaction for the customer at a profit. Using the findings of market research program, that is information received management organizes its business to ensure that the product is tailor-made for the market. By knowing who your customers are and about their wishes and wants, it is possible to produce appropriate products. Potential customers need to know, therefore, about the products and be attracted to them. For the concept of marketing, marketing is typically defined in business terms as the planning, pricing, promoting, distribution, and servicing of goods and products. It has been concerned with economic, leisure, and recreation management exchange of goods. As such, it has been associated with the business objectives to sell products and to learn about the kinds of product that the public would like to purchase. Most people are familiar with recent attempts through marketing to project politicians and political platforms, particularly coming up to an election. So for example, an individual participating in election exchanges, his or her vote for the promise of particular policies and actions if the candidate is elected. Marketing, it is argued, includes the facilitating of social exchanges as well as goods and services. Marketing then can encompass political campaigns, community programs, and social causes such as environmental issues, pollution control, health living, child protection, disability issues, stop smoking campaigns, equal opportunities, and peace campaigns. Leisure is a marketing service. So the provision of leisure, whether in the public or private sectors, is a marketing exercise. Consider the following sequence of events such as facilitate like theaters and swimming pools and sports centers are built in locations where they are thought to be right for the market. Programs are designed to attract people from the catchment area. The activities are priced at levels to attract buyers and give value for money. The packages of activities are promoted and targeted, and as well as the performance is evaluated. So this sequence illustrates the interwoven nature of management processes, marketing, and programming. In other words, leisure, regardless of who manages, is a market-oriented business. It is clear that while marketing may have considerable benefits in local authority provision and management of recreation, the use of marketing approaches must be leisure is a marketing service and adapted to suit the political, the social, economic, and institutional structure within the local government setting. Customers have many similar needs, but their demands may vary as do their levels of disposable income. So in addition, in times of economic recession and disposable income of many people diminishes, while the cost of goods and services increase. Not only do customers vary one from another, but the same customers may vary from one situation to another, from one mood to another, and from one inclination to another. Therefore, in leisure, we must market for both the similarities and differences in customers. So customers are a variety of people. Customers come in all shapes and sizes. Different customers, however, may have many similar needs, and similar types of customers may have different needs. Customers are a variety of people, and they include individuals, friends and families, organizations who buy for others, supporters, spectators, schools, parcels, and visitors. So in order to market leisure successfully, we must sell benefits to clients and potential customers. So local authorities have special benefits to give not only to those who can take up the opportunities readily, but also to those who are at least able. So in terms of marketing, the customer is key. However, potential customers can influence a variety of ways, and it is worth considering therefore some of the motivating factors such as interests and motivations, choices available, home and upbringing, social groups, pressures and attitudes, age and peers, family and friends, education, looks and abilities, personal aspirations and confidence, income and spending power, job and the status, fashion and trends. So these are the factors affecting the demand, or the factors to consider as a motivating or as motivating indicators or motivation indicators. Marketing is then potentially equally powerful and dangerous. So what people tell interviewers at a surface conscious level could have little bearing on how they will actually behave in buying situation. So the manipulators are working beneath the surface of conscious life. In contrast, most leisure research concerned with public sector provision has been based on surface level surveys and questionnaires and quantitative analysis. So research, which is more qualitative and looks beneath the surface, is required to help to understand people's motivation in making leisure and recreation choices. What motivates people in making choices? The realization that there are hidden persuaders make us aware that there are factors of which the individual is unconscious and that people act differently from how they say they will. So for example, impressions could decide the customer's response. First impressions last, or first impressions count. Leisure facilities must therefore create the right impression, such as in terms of marketing slogans. So it's not the product, but the promise. There is a need in leisure to be selling both the product and the promise. Some marketing slogans can become part of the product itself, and hence a great deal of marketing can be undertaken at very little cost. Leisure equipment, clothing, and fashion can carry slogans, messages, and communications which become embedded in the minds of consumers. Cooperative marketing spreads the burden of promotional expenditure. For example, breakfast cereals support promotions of toys, video recorders, sports bags, and bathroom scales. The television and radio media are flooded with advertising jingles The jingles may remain in the head and promote products for an appreciable length of time. Bad news travels fast. So we have, of course, the motivators of leisure. It is passed on more readily than good news. Marketers, in our case, leisure managers, must therefore not only have concern with what motivates people to recreation, but also with what demotivates. Nothing demotivates more than poor handling of customers, rudeness, a take it or leave it attitude, double bookings, ruined expectations, dissatisfactions, and broken promises. All these situations demotivate. In current leisure management, who may not have the necessary experience but can, with enthusiasm, reach customers in a way that others cannot. So they are the connectors. They should be encouraged for leisure, can be best marketed by people who are involved, committed, and who undertake their work with conviction and enthusiasm. Satisfying customers brings benefits. Success in selling leisure and recreation lies in leisure department, center management committees, or even in the facilities themselves, but in the market, in the minds and pockets of the customers. Leisure service is the primary concern with clients is primarily concerned with clients and customers, and it is about their needs. Leisure management should be well taken care of, and one of the factors or one of the people involved in leisure management are the staff, or it is important to manage the staff well. Satisfying customers, of course, brings benefits to the business. Now let's go to the marketing mix. So marketing is concerned with providing the right products and services and then forging the best relationships between customers and products and services. The marketing mix is the means by which the relationship is expressed, and it has a number of ingredients, each of which will have greater or lesser influence in different settings as follows. First is the product. This includes the service. Next is pricing, then the place, then the promotion or the pre-purchase. We also have the performance or the post-purchase. The product, including the service, is the basis of all marketing. It is the unit of exchange with the client or customer. If it offers the customer satisfactions, he or she may continue to buy it. Products exhibit life cycles, with most commercial products that life cycle explained. The leisure product, in essence, is the satisfying or worthwhile experience derived from participation in or involvement with an activity in a person's time for leisure. As well as being perishable, the product is fragile and unpredictable. The leisure product, therefore, is somewhat diverse, changing, intangible, perishable, fragile, and fleeting. And in many instances, dependent on the person giving the service, such as the organizers, the teachers, the arts and sports development officer, the coaches, the tour guides, or the entertainer. In terms of leisure participation, people are in it for what they can get out of it. People want to enjoy, to be friends, to learn to look better, and to feel better, to be somebody, or to be skillful or to win. We need to sell success. So product development and improvement are therefore of importance. Packaging different products can generate customer benefits at all levels of participation. So again, we have here the product life cycle. from the product start, then the growth, development, and the decline, and the replacement by better products. Again, leisure products are diverse, changing, intangible, perishable, fragile, and passing. And this involves in product development. We need to match people's needs with products at a price that they are willing to pay. The pricing policy is an important factor in financial planning and in the overall strategy. It is a vital part of marketing. So services may will be available, accessible at the right price, but customers may still not take advantage of the opportunity. And this is where promotion and communications come into play. Activities need to be in the right place at the right time. And the pricing strategies are as follow. Pricing strategies depend on the following: the status quo, price increase, price decrease, price offers, and choice of strategy will depend on needs to make financial profits, cover costs, cover part cost, undercut competitors' prices, win additional market share by lowering price, win segmented market share by pricing high. For the promotion, another ingredient of the marketing mix is the promotion. So most people use the word marketing when they really mean promotion and advertising. But promotion provides awareness and seeks to attract customers to a particular service or product. And it is a process of familiarizing, reminding, and creating favorable images, attitudes, and willingness to buy. The process is one of pulling customers to the product using words, music, pictures, and symbols to present an image of the product that is attractive. If not compelling, we now realize that there are many factors affecting the demand, some of which we may be unconscious of. Impressions, for example, could decide a response. So leisure facilities must therefore create the right impression, the motivating impression. And first impressions count most. They can motivate or demotivate. Promotions of 4 key components. First is the personal contact. So with this involves a verbal presentation to one or more potential customers with the objective of selling a service or a product. Next, advertising. This represents a paid form of non-personal presentation about the organization or the program of opportunities offered. Third is incentives. This represents a financial offer or gift that is made to potential customers with the objective to encourage them to purchase a particular service or product. And then lastly is publicity. So this represents favorable form of communication in the media, such as print or broadcast, or at no direct cost to the organization concerned. Personal selling, in which leisure is sold largely through people. Effective personal selling, and also by the means of two-way communication process, by the provision of valuable feedback. A promotional strategy should be built around a proper brief taking account of the benefits of the products, such as the fitness or for health, the target market, such as the children and seniors, the information and messages to be conveyed, such as relief of stress, look and feel good, the media and promotional methods to be used. And lastly, the offers and endorsements. For the advertising encompasses many forms of communication, and these include posters in prominent, eye-catching locations, brochures and leaflets that describe the facilities, services, and programs offered, advertisements played in local media such as newspapers and radio, newsletters and fully paid supplements in the local newspapers, direct mailing enclosing new information such as offers of new benefits in new programs. And lastly, internet advertising. Advertising is also a self-testing criterion for an advertising communication is that it should produce positive answers to the following questions. Is it eye-catching? Is the loyal attractive? Is the layout attractive? Does the headline stimulate the reader to proceed further? Does it provide adequate information? But at the same time, is the messages clear and simple? Is the text persuasive and credible? Does the advertisement create a favorable public image of the organization? And lastly, does it use corporate style, such as in color, typeface, and logo, and etc.? Now let's go to incentives and publicity. So the main objective of using incentive is to stimulate participation from identified market or target markets. Financial incentives includes permanent sales discount. Since most local authority leisure services departments have a minimal promotional budget, this has resulted in many concentrating and more on publicity. It also serves as control image making and take a hand in managing the coverage. So the offer has become a prime means of persuading people to buy. So in contrast to the other forms of promotional activity, incentives should not be used regularly and when offered should be restricted to a limited period of time. So the main objective of using incentives is to stimulate participation from identified target markets. The press can give a negative image in seconds, and the press is often seen as challenging, questioning, and embarrassing to the local authority. Therefore, the only effective approach is to influence the control of the image making and take a hand in managing the coverage. Now let's go to the mission, market position, and segmentation. In constructing a marketing plan, an understanding is needed of these three key components. So first we have the mission. So the mission, marketing starts with the cause. So what are we in a business for? Next, position or market positioning. Like many marketing innovation emanates with highly competitive selling of products. How are we placed in the market? So that's the questions we are going, or that's the question we are going to answer. Next is segmentation. What segments of the market are we going to target? So in knowing your market segmentation, knowing our mission and position of our products in minds, we have this, our potential customers. So we need to decide where our best future opportunities lie. The process of segmentation needs good market research, understanding of groups and people or people's life cycles need. It requires strategies and selection of segments which match particular products within the overall service. Sponsorship has been defined as the provision of financial material, support for some independent activity which is not fundamental to the commercial aims, but from which the supporting company might reasonably hope to gain financial benefits. Sponsorship can benefit the company in a number of ways. First, by increasing publicity. Next, by helping to reinforce or change in corporate image. Next is by improving public relations and improving trade relations. By providing a vehicle for the promotion of company products, and by increasing market share and gaining competitive advantage. And lastly, sponsorship can be integrated into other marketing communication, such as advertising, direct mail, and corporate hospitality. So sponsorship is now a high-profile form of collaborative marketing between organizations, which usually involves investment by the sponsor in an event, team, competition, or facility in return for exploitable benefits, particularly favorable promotion and publicity. Now let's proceed in constructing a marketing plan. A marketing plan is a document that incorporates a plan for marketing the services and product of an organization. It sets out the organization's marketing objectives and proposes strategies and the resources needed to achieve them. The plan is the result of marketing planning. Marketing planning is a process that involves undertaking research within and outside the organization, looking at the strengths and weaknesses of the organization, its services and products, setting the marketing objectives, generating marketing strategies and defining programs, setting budgets, and monitoring, reviving, and revising the strategies and programs. Here's the process in writing a marketing plan. First is we need to set or confirm the organization's vision, mission, and objectives. Second, identify market demand through market research. This could involve demographic analysis of the perceived catchment area, studying the trends and market structure and whether it is expanding or contracting, measuring the level of competing services or facilities and their positions in the market. Then third, carry out internal research in the organization and its position in the marketplace. So the services it provides, its performance and its capacity. Many managers still use the SWOT analysis to signify the strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities for the organization and potential threats to its success. Fourth is setting marketing objectives and targets. This is key to the plan. It states unequivocally or uniquely in measurable terms what the plan aims to achieve. Create marketing strategies and action plans. So the methods that will be used to meet marketing objectives. This will relate to the elements in the marketing mix. For each marketing objective, strategies need to be developed relating to the elements in the marketing mix, product, price, promotion, and place. Sponsorship could be one of the strategies used for one or more of the objectives. Sixth step is to define the programs. So this converts strategies into focused actions of what will be done, when, where, how, and by whom. 7 is to set budgets and identify resources. So programs and actions need resources of the organization, its staff, and money. This stage defines the resources required to carry out the marketing plan. 8 is to prepare the written marketing plan. So this should be concise and need only to contain the essential information that needs to be communicated. 9th is communicate the marketing plan, especially for those who will be implementing it. The process leading up to this point should have involved consultation with the organization's personnel. And lastly, monitor, review, and revise. The marketing plan will need regular review and updating to take account of changing conditions and situations. Now let's go to the 10-stage plan for marketing a new public leisure and recreation facility. Stage 1, policy of the organization. Write a mission statement which sets out the purpose of the facility and the key overall objectives. Stage 2 is external research and market demand. Determine potential of facility. Undertake demographic analysis of perceived catchment area, having taken location and accessibility into consideration. Study the market profile and different market segments. Examine the market structure and the range of competing facilities. Is the marketing expanding or contracting? Or what are the market trends? What is our share of the market? And what positions do our services have on the market? Identify the segments of the market that need to be targeted. And undertake survey of program requirements of the general public locations or local clubs, schools, and organizations. Stage 3 is internal research. Look in the organization, its position, performance, services, and products. Undertake a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Examine competence of staff to undertake promotional tasks. Stage 4 is to set market objectives and targets. Having analyzed the market structure, position, and products and services, all we have achieved is to know where we stand. We need to decide where we want to get and how. Set marketing objectives, including the targets, the market segments, and the results to be achieved. Stage 5 is to create marketing strategy. Decide strategies to meet objectives. Provide center with an identifiable logo, potential for local competition. Establish program guidelines to cover causal use by public education, range of activities to be offered, club usage, courses, and etc. Establish target groups. 50 plus are employed, unemployed, disabled, mother and toddler, areas of disadvantage. Determine potential total attendances. Propose areas to secure sponsorship or to supplement promotional budget. Stage 6, program or the product itself. Produce practical suggestions for programming to meet council policy, range of activities, range and ability, level of courses to be offered. Propose competitions, proposals for establishment of facility-based organizations, specific program for different target groups, special events or special events proposals. Suggest role in borough, district, leisure development plan, and cultural strategy. Stage 7 is pricing strategy. Produce proposals to ensure value for money image, maximum penetration in local catchment area, maximum impact on target groups. And also consider discounts for target groups, cost per participant for courses. Suggests prices for peak off-peak, club use, or hire off premises. Estimate gross profit levels on trading activities. Stage 8, promotions 8A pre-opening phase. So for this, identify methods to create high levels of awareness among potential users. Maintain high level of press coverage throughout the development phase. communicate with clubs and organizations and representatives of education service, introduce newspaper pull-out supplement to enhance public image of facility, and obtain sponsorship and sale of advertising or advertising space. Produce brochures and providing information relating to scale of facilities, activities to be offered, opening hours, availability of courses, prices to be charged, program for target groups, and booking procedures. Distribute the leaflets at locations accessible to public. Produce giveaways such as stickers, badges, and balloons. Produce design layouts for posters and advertisements. Estimate gross cost of printing brochures, posters, etc., advertising in local media, staff personality fee, cost of artwork, cost of promotional giveaways, staff costs, and travel expenses. And then lastly is to estimate income from sponsorship to offset costs. 8B opening phase. For this, suggest program for official openings such as displays, competition, obtain personality and resources to undertake official opening, draw up list of official guests and VIPs and suggest hospitality, draw up invitation list of local clubs and organizations, place advertisements in local media, organize house-to-house invitation drop, and then we have 8C post-opening or post-opening phase. Consolidate early successes, identify program areas that are underperforming and reassess them, organize and promote special events on regular basis, and review program on regular basis and modify if necessary. Stage 9 is about the project results. Estimate level of utilization, total attendances, total users, club usage, attendance on courses, and total income. Identify user profile and compare to market profile. Then the last stage, monitor and review. Assess effectiveness of promotional strategy, compare facility performance with set objectives and targets, obtain feedback, consult and amend program if necessary, introduce occasional new initiatives. To sum it up, leisure managers must be considered or must be concerned with the questions: are the clients and customers satisfied with the leisure products? Are they experiencing satisfaction? And it is not just how many participated, but whether the market and target groups were reached with satisfying results and whether objectives were met. So marketing needs objectives, a plan, action, and measurement. A marketing plan is a statement about what actions are to be undertaken to meet objectives, and marketing affects people's attitudes. It can affect the way they speak, look, think, and behave. Managers of leisure should encourage people to look more favorably towards themselves and towards the products and services being offered by their organization. That will be the end of the discussion for the topic, marketing of leisure and recreation. I hope you learned something. Thank you very much and stay safe.